Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It is Monday, November 21st, 2022. My name is Jennifer Cotton, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas. And that means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So welcome and thank you for being here. Whether it's your first time seeing my videos or you are coming back, thank you very much. Good morning. Facebook user in Mansfield, Facebook user in Colorado. Those are over on my business, on my group. You have to give StreamYard permission to show your name. That's why I can't see your name right now, but I'll be able to see it later in the group. Good morning, Jean in North Dakota. Is it cold? Hey, another Facebook user here. So good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. So today is Monday. I'm going to turn my space heater on. I thought I could handle it without it. It is only 40. I mean, it's 43 degrees, but it's chilly in here. Hey, Cindy. Good morning. Hey, Margie. Good morning. Another Facebook user. Hi. Hi to you. Anyway, so I normally do my lives on YouTube and Facebook on Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Central, but it is Monday at 9 a.m. Central. It's Thanksgiving week. Hope you guys are ready or getting ready. But that's why I'm doing my videos on a different day. And I'm doing 4 videos this week. So I had one yesterday, one today, and 2 more tomorrow and the next day. And they are a little bit different than my normal videos in all the stuff I go over. So anyway, hopefully you will enjoy. These are my Christmas crafting videos to help you get ready for the holidays, get in that mindset, get in that mode. It's time to make those Christmas cards. I've been doing a lot of stuff this morning, just work in general and with club members and stuff. And anyway, I was texting with someone and she was like, do you have an extra card class packet? And it was like all caps. I've done 0 Christmas cards so far. So even though it's not even Thanksgiving yet, it's definitely time to be concerned if we haven't started our holiday crafting, because we need to have that done at the beginning of December, not the end of December, right? So time to get in that mindset and get prepped. So hopefully that's what these videos will help you do. Good morning, Evelyn. Happy Thanksgiving week to you and everybody as well. Hey, Sue. Good morning. Hey, Dana. Marcia in Texas. Good morning. I've talked to Marcia this morning as well. She says, have a blessed Thanksgiving, everyone. Linda in Mansfield. Cindy, good morning. Over on YouTube. Thank you, Cindy. I think you're the first one I see on YouTube this morning. So awesome. Thank you. Lots of Facebook users. Hey, Jean, thanks for sharing. Thank you very much. And Sue in Wisconsin, thank you. Or good morning and thank you. So I will be making 3 cards today with the Joyful Flurry Bundle. Ooh, ah. So you will have a chance to win the 3 cards I make today. Speaking of that, where's my... Okay, there it is. I have a 4th card that I'm not making, but I'll show you. Anyway, you have a chance to win those by commenting on this video on replay or live on YouTube and Facebook. So please bring those comments on. That helps me and my business. I do Stampin' Up! Full time. In addition, I'm not laughing, but 14 degrees, sun shining and warming up to 28, Jean. Woo! So what was I saying? Do this as a full-time job. So when you comment and like and click a thumbs up or a heart or whatever, it all helps me. So thank you very much. The comments will get you entered to win the cards. And then if you share the video, that gets you entered as well. But just comment that you shared like Cindy just did. Thank you, Cindy. Because I won't know unless you comment. Sometimes I do see who shares, but that's based on their privacy settings. And not everyone has them set that way. So, hey, Vivian, good morning. Sue in Wisconsin. Jean shared at 14 degrees. Do I have any card kits or samplers left, Linda? I have, I think, samplers only, because the girl I was chatting with this morning took all my card kits. Thank you very much. You know who you are. I'm going to go grab them. I moved them to another section of the room. And I might have, let me grab my tub. Sorry. I mean, something else. I'm just going to grab something else over here. I might have the actual samples. Okay, so I emailed somebody else this morning, but she hasn't replied yet, who had been asking about my spruced up sampler. So I have 2 of those, and I have 1 Santa's delivery sampler. That's all I have left. But I have those samplers right here, I believe. Yes, so one is sold. This was the one that sold out of the samplers. So this is spruced up. I think it's amazing. If you like bright colors, if you love fun Christmas, it's amazing. We've cut, die cut, punch, emboss everything we can for you. You're going to stamp, die cut the images out, and assemble with our PDF tutorial. That is spruced up. I have 2 of those, and I have one of my favorite, although I love this one. The Santa, the train one. I forgot the Santa Express, I think. They're in plastic. So that one is so good, and there's 0 stamping on this one. Only have 1 of those left. That's what I have. Okay, 1 of each sampler. So Linda is taking Santa and 1 spruced up. Linda, I'm going to write your name directly on this packaging. It's a crazy morning over here. And Mansky, right? Yes. Woohoo! So I have 1 spruced up left. Okay, so back to business. Thank y'all for sharing and all that. You'll be entered to win the cards. And then move this whole stack here. Got all my samples in there for when people check out the tubs. Okay, so this is a video series, as I mentioned already. So I'm going to point the camera down real quick here and get started. I will tell you about a few, some things I'm offering. You're welcome, Linda, and thank you. By the way, hello, Stella and Lori. Good morning. Hey, Janet in North Carolina. Ramona shared over on YouTube. Thank you for sharing. Ramona made the gnome gift card holder yesterday. I love it. Several people were messaging me privately or emailing me or posting that they have made a lot of the cards I made yesterday, which I'm going to recap those, just show them again when I point the camera down. So I think that's so cool. So I'm glad you guys are using the info in the video. So yay, Ramona. Thank you, Facebook user. And thanks for sharing, Cindy. Okay, so I'm going to put the camera down. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to put a graphic up to I got my graphics made for this event. So this is day 2, and I'm going to have a special offer every single day. So today, if you place an online order of $35 or more, you're going to get the free card class. Now, there is a limit of 1 for the whole week. So a couple, I don't remember the exact number, placed their orders yesterday. They're going to get the card class that I'm showing today for free. So if you place an additional order, if you're one of those people, today you're going to get an additional free accessory, because I'm offering a new gift or accessory every day. But it's 1 class packet total. So hopefully that makes sense. The gift today is, does it say it on here? I'm going to put this back on me for a minute and see if no, I didn't make that graphic. Okay, let me go back to this. Yeah, it says $50 gets you a free, and then I didn't type it in. New free gift each day. Earn them all. Okay, it is adhesive back sequins and gems. They're amazing. They're so pretty. They're like Bermuda Bay or Coastal Cabana, I think they call this one. Fresh freesia and then clear. Anyway, I'm going to use those today. They're amazing. So you get that free with your $50 order today with the host code. I'll be emailing it out. It's in the link to it's in the description of the YouTube video, but not Facebook, or it might be in Facebook. I don't even know, because it wouldn't let me edit it properly. And I couldn't edit my videos at all yesterday on Facebook's. That's a whole thing. So the description did not get updated, and that may not happen today if it's acting the same way. Okay. Anyway, hopefully that makes sense. So it's a special offer each day. And today I'm making the cards for you that you can earn the free class for. And I think you're gorgeous with the Joyful Flurry. So you'll see that. The class is free with a $35 order with today's host code. But if it's 50 or more, you also get the accessory. Okay, so let's put the camera down. Yay, Cindy, catching alive. Woohoo! Hey, Eleanor. I actually can see your name today. Oh, you're over on YouTube. That's why. Awesome. Cindy, I just wanted to put that up there. Hey, Jen. Good morning. Okay, let me put this Sharpie down because I'm using it as like a pointer. Okay, I do have a graphic today, so I can show you the host code for getting today's offer. So these, side note, these are the cards I made yesterday. They're all gift card holders. You're definitely going to need some of those most likely during the holidays. And if you have your gift card holders on hand, when you have that, like, oh, I forgot about this person, let me grab a Starbucks gift card, you'll have some gift card holders on hand that are handmade. So we made this one. All the instructions are in the video, and I did make a blog post. So go to stamптherapist.com and you can see measurements, recipe cards, and supply list for the 3 of these and the photos. And then we made this gnome one. That's the one Ramona was talking about. Super cute. The gift card holders right there. And then my favorite, we made this, like, here's my measurements. We made this what is it called? Oh, I can't even think of the word. But anyway, we made this accordion. We made this accordion pocket gift card holder. I'm going to keep those measurements in case I make more of these for myself. So those are the cards we made yesterday. Today, we're going to make 3. I'm going to make 3 and show you the 4th one with the Joyful Flurry Bundle. So this is a red rubber bundle in our holiday catalog. It will be, actually, I can't remember if it will be retiring. I'm not going to say that. I'm thinking of something else. Anyway, Joyful Flurry stamp set and Frosted Flurry dies. The Joyful Flurry stamp set, I have done a class with this, but it was within the retreat. So several people took it, but not, of course, my whole customer base. But these are different cards today. But it just makes really gorgeous cards. Because the font in the greetings is so pretty. There's 10 stamps. 5 of them are greetings. We have It's a Season of Magic and Wonder, Joyful Wishes, Let It Snow, Sending You All the Best This New Year. That's great. And Happy Christmas. If you don't get your Christmas cards made, you're going to want this stamp later. Thank you, Dana. Yeah, definitely check out the replay. And the video is like an hour and a half, but on YouTube especially, you can always skip on Facebook too. I just drag the bar across when I'm watching videos and I want to get to a certain part. But anyway, on YouTube, if you go in the video description, there's timestamps that are clickable to go to the next card and the next card. Anyway, Joyful Flurry. So there are 4 snowflake images. They're all different. They're all detailed and beautiful. The biggest one is about 2 1/4 inches tall, and the smallest is 1/2 inch. And they are, oh, sorry, I'm bumping the camera. They all have dies to cut them out. And then there's just a dots image for snow. So that's the stamp set. The dies are amazing. First of all, they have these 2 label dies in them that I love so much. I can't remember again if this is retiring, but I think it is. And I'm going to be so sad for these labels to go away. My catalog, let me look. Joyful Flurry. I'm going to check. And don't forget, y'all, to get the stuff you want out of this book before it goes while supplies last, or get it on December 1st if it's anything you want. And don't forget, stamp sets seem to sell out fast. First. What is it called? Joyful Flurry. I have to do alphabet and a video at the same time. It's not going to be good. Page 19. I've marked up my catalog here. Yes, it is retiring. The dies are going to be deeply discounted, $13.60, but on December 1st, while supplies last. And the stamp set will be while supplies last as well. Also, the adhesive back sequins and gems will retire, but you can get those free from me today. Okay. So we have the dies that cut out all of the stamped snowflakes. Then we have 3 dies, which I will be showing. Actually, I'm just going to show it in the last card number 4, but I won't be die cutting it. But when you die cut these 3, they don't fully cut out a snowflake. They just cut out, you'll see it on my last card, an impression where you can pop up little elements, but it's no pieces fall out. No pieces fall out. So that's those. And then there are some 3 single snowflake images as well that are standalone, and they're not super detailed, which I love because they're easy. You die cut them. It's one piece of paper that pops out, not 50 holes that you have to poke out. Okay. So that is the dies. For your packet, it's going to look like this. Actually, there's that piece right there. See how this is the card I'm not making today. See how it cuts and puts little piercing, but nothing fell out. So whatever size I had cut this paper, that would be the size of the paper, and then the snowflake would be within it. So that is that die, or those dies. Anyway, this is what your packet will look like, but it might have free gifts in it as well. And I'm hoping to get these mailed next week after Thanksgiving to anyone who earns them. But I have my packet here, which is missing that one card because I'm not making it today. So I'm going to start. I forgot to give myself an order. Let me figure out which card I want to do first. I'll go in this order. Okay, so I'm going to start with this card here. Again, this is kind of how your packet will look. If I've forgotten anything, we'll fix it for your packet. And so we have a basic white card base. It's a half sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. Open these dies up because I will need to die cut some stamped images today. So you take your 8.5 by 11, cut it in half, and you get 2 cards out of one piece of paper. So it's 5.5 by 8.5, or you can cut it in half the other direction and be 4 1/4 by 11. So you just fold it in half. I like to use the bone folder. I fold on the table and align the 2 corners and rest it against my thumbnail. But I do all my folding with the bone folder so that it's less wrinkled on the inside. As soon as you fold it with your finger, then the bone folder is just making it flatter, but it's not removing those wrinkles. That's why I don't use my finger to start. Okay, and then the next layers are fresh freesia for, I'm going to check this. I feel like that's, it's right. 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Then I have, this is vellum cardstock that we sell, and I ran it through the Wintry embossing folder, which you get 2 embossing folders. They're the thick 3D ones, but they're the ones that are like 3 1/4 inches wide, and you get 2 in a set. They're in our annual catalog. And one has these snowflakes, which of course is going to go beautiful with this design. And one has pine, just a bunch of pine needles. They're both gorgeous. I love these embossing folders. So that vellum looks amazing embossed with this folder. And I believe it's 3 inches. Yep, 3 by 5 3/8. Then I have a layer of another piece of fresh freesia cardstock. It's 1 1/2 by 5 3/8. Then I have a little 1/2 inch by 5 3/8 of our silver foil. What do we call this? Silver foil specialty pack, which is low inventory right now. But you get the regular silver and then 2 other that are more purple versions of silver in this pack. Low inventory. Then I've die cut the little, the two labels I mentioned earlier are exactly the same shape. One's larger and one's smaller. So I've die cut two of the smaller ones, one in our red and white glimmer paper. I used the white, and one in basic white. And this glimmer paper is amazing. You get 6x6, 4 white, 4 red. And that's in the mini catalog. I believe it will be retiring. I have a scrap of basic white and a piece of our silver Simply Elegant trim. All right, so let's stamp. Let me, hey Landa, running late. Let me check these comments real quick. Linda having breakfast. Yes, love it. Awesome. Linda says save the measurements. Thanks for sharing. Marcia checking on YouTube. Awesome. Thank you for sharing recipe cards. I definitely want to copy the accordion style gift holder. Yes, Lori. Honestly, this is my 3rd year in a row making that because they're always really popular. I don't get a lot of action on Pinterest, but those cards for the last 2 years, they have way, way, way more views and, you know, clicks, whatever they call it on Pinterest than my other cards. So, that's why I did it again, because it's very popular. And I mean, I don't even think I came up with it, but I've been copying myself over the years repeatedly. So I don't know where the original idea came from. Okay, so Tammy, good morning. Linda saved the video. Hey, Xana, no problem. We'll watch replay. Breakfast is 3:15 p.m. here. Yes, Xana. And good morning, Pat. Okay, so for stamping, I'm going to grab my scratch paper here. I'm going to stamp on this scrap of white and the white label and the 1.5 inch strip of fresh freesia. So I have 2 of the snowflakes. There's basically in the stamped images a small, medium, a little bit bigger, medium, and large. So I'm using the large and the one that is a little bit bigger, medium, which again, as a reminder, they all have different designs on them. They coordinate, but they're not repeated designs in the same sizes. Okay, anyway, so on my, I'm going to use Fresh Freesia ink. For all 3 cards, you only need 3 ink colors if you get this packet free. Full Party, Fresh Freesia, and Smoky Slate. For this card, I'm using Fresh Freesia. And I'm going to stamp Happy Christmas. So this image fits on the small banner die. And it's all caps, a real thin print. So it just looks like elegant, fancy, whatever. Remember, don't press too hard if you have a real skinny image like that. Like literally the letters are thin. Don't press hard or you're going to smear it. And of course, don't rock your stamps. I actually trimmed a lot of the stamps in the set, trimmed the red rubber off from the edges because even I was getting edges when I stamped them. Okay, and then on my scrap, I want a large snowflake and a small one, and these will get die cut out. Ooh, why did I stamp that so close together? No clue. Tap, 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 of course. Don't press too hard. And then I will snip these apart for die cutting. And then on this strip, this card is going to go up and down portrait. So I have this strip of freesia going up and down. And I'm just going to stamp. I forgot I do need one more image. I'm going to stamp those same 2 snowflakes as sort of a background on here. So you definitely need scratch paper because I am going off the edges. And then I'm going to fill in the empty spots with the little snow stamp. So I'm going to ink that up, stamp it on scratch paper, and then stamp it onto my card because I don't want the snow as dark as the snowflakes. think that's all the stamping. Now I need to die cut these out real quick. Okay, so I'll grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Comes with everything you need to be able to die cut anything Stampin' Up carries. They're my readers. And you just put your paper directly on the machine onto the cutting plate. Use one plate only for cutting and one only for embossing. I mean, embossing for the top. Mine has been cut in a class, but I would not do that. They put this one on top. I didn't do that because there's many reasons, but one is it really keeps your plates nice and flat if you just have one top, one bottom. I mean, my plates are flat and they've been used thousands of times, as you can see. I'm at a bad angle to align this. Let me get a little bit over it. Hopefully it will be okay. This is a tight fit, so if you're off on one side, you know, you're going to have a lot more white on one side and be really close on the other. It's best to be right on top of it for aligning. And of course, you can tape that down when you get it in the right spot if you want, like with washi tape. What's that stuff called? Post-it note tape, which I have in my Amazon store on my blog, or sticky notes. So pretty. Okay. And I think I will, yeah. Oh, I think I have to die cut out another snowflake or two later. Probably do that off screen just to save time. Okay, so now we can put this card together. See what y'all are doing here. Hey, Pat, good morning. Thank you, Sandy. Xana says, love, love, love Pinterest. Me too. I just wish it would show my stuff to more people. But that's my problem, not anybody else's problem. Okay, so when you use vellum, you don't want the adhesive to show in the front. So I always try to hide it. I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal as usual. So I know that I am going to attach this vellum over here on the right side of the card base, of the card front, the fresh freesia. And then I'm going to partially cover it up here on the left with that 1.5 inch strip of freesia. So that's where I'm going to put my adhesive, is in that left section. It is totally fine if it's flopping around on the right side. And when I place this down, I'm leaving about an 1/8 inch border on the right side of freesia. So it's not quite all the way to the right, but because of the way I cut it, it fits top and bottom. There's no space there. And then I'll cover up that seam with this 1.5 inch strip. And that is going to go maybe 1/2 inch from the left side of the front. So there's a piece of freesia that's unstamped, then we have the stamped one, then we have the vellum, then we have a little unstamped strip. And then we'll cover up this seam to the right of the stamped freesia with the 1/2 inch strip of silver. Just right in the middle there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this on my card base because I know I'm not wrapping any ribbon all the way around or anything like that. If these little excess pieces that are a different size bother you, you can trim them off. They don't bother me at all. They have to be real bad to bother me. Okay, and then my snowflakes, I want to put on with Stampin' Dimensionals over here toward the top, sort of, you know, in the center-ish of the silver section, but don't stress, like just wherever. So I'm going to place 3 mini Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of my snowflake. By the way, anyone who gets this class free will receive a PDF tutorial as well, but it has not been typed up yet, which reminded me last night. I was like, oh my gosh, I still haven't typed the tutorial for my online order special, which they've already received. So I've got to do that. That's on my list. If you receive that, I know there's a video, but a lot of us prefer the written directions. Okay, so the second snowflake just goes kind of, it's the smaller one, down and to the right, but a little bit overlapping the larger one. So I put dimensionals on the part that'll touch my card base and adhesive on the part that'll touch the raised up snowflake. Now the greeting, I was just going to do this greeting, and then I was like, it's very plain, it's missing something. So I just added that glimmer paper. And grab my silicone craft sheet. So I'm going to put adhesive at the bottom back of the white stamped greeting, and then the stick that to the glimmer banner that it, and so it will be hanging off, the glimmer will be hanging off the bottom right side. And then that's going to go, don't worry if it comes apart a little bit because we'll secure it with dimensionals. That's going to go sort of across the large snowflake and hanging off to the right. So I need dimensionals on the right-hand side of the back. See how I'm going to secure that seam. And then on the left side, I'll put adhesive on both pieces, again, to secure the fact that these are attached together, but not like crazy well. Oh, I almost messed up. Don't glue that down yet. I forgot. I'm going to tie my elegant trim, this silver thread, basically, or it's silver, I forgot what the word, cord. The silver cord in a bow, but we call it elegant trim. Just a regular bow. I think cord is super easy, in my opinion, to tie in a normal bow. And then I'll trim the ends here so they match. And then we're going to use a mini glue dot to attach that. And so where I'm going to attach this is right where this Happy Christmas is going to hit. So it may or may not be the center of the snowflake. That is fine. And because of that, I do want to add a little extra. I just want to make sure there's plenty of adhesive on this section of cardstock that's going to overlap that. You know what? Ooh, it's really thick. So I'm going to modify how I did that. I'm going to add the Stampin' Dimensional right here to the side of where it's going to touch the greeting, the bow. And then I'll double these dimensionals up to match that. That's better. And maybe my bow should have been a tiny bit bigger, but it's fine. It still looks cute. I'm going to add an adhesive back sequin and gem. I think I have a partial pack. Hold on. I'm going to put that. Oh, here it is. I was like, did I put it away? Because that's not smart. Okay. So grab my take your pick tool. I like to use the pointy end. I'm going to grab a freesia sequin and put it in the center of the small snowflake. And that's the finished card. Thank you, Linda. Thanks, Marcia. Hey, Diane. Hey, Susan. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so card number 1, free class packet. With your order this week, with the host code, etc., etc. And you get a chance to win this card. My bow is a little bit bigger on this original. You get a chance to win this card by commenting on the video today, even on replay, and a chance, what am I trying to say? Oh, if you share the video, you get another chance, but make sure you comment that you shared. Okay, so there's card number 1. Next up, we will make the next card. So this one, I'm using Pool Party. So our card base is Pool Party. Then for our next pieces, we are using a piece of designer paper from, by the way, sorry, I forgot to go back on the comments. Okay, yes, we're good. Thank you guys, saying cute card. Eleanor, thank you. Betsy, Jean loves the colors. Facebook user, cute card. Cindy, love all the gems. Very pretty. Linda, beautiful. Thank you, thank you. Thanks, Marcia. Good morning, Diane, by the way. Susan, thanks for sharing. Cindy Andrew said stunning. Thank you very much, Cindy. Dana, pretty fresh freesia. Margie says love it. Facebook user, love it. Thank you, thank you. Thanks, Facebook user, and thanks, Pam. Okay, so this designer paper I'm using is from, I'm going to blank out, Splendid Day designer paper. So this is in the mini catalog. It will be retiring, but it's not exactly holiday paper. But I literally was just, as I always do when I'm designing, pulled out my little 12 by 12 containers of sorry, I got distracted because I just remembered something I forgot to tell y'all. My 12 by 12 containers of designer paper, and sort of just flip through the sheets super fast to see if anything matches what I'm designing. And I saw this Pool Party piece here. And I think those are probably petals, but it works for this card. And this is, the back is a soft sea foam foil with white images all over it, floral images. Oh, and ladybugs. I never noticed the ladybugs before. Anyway, so this paper is gorgeous. It has all this foil stuff, and it's in that mini catalog. But really, I thought for what I was doing today, only that one Pool Party design will work for these cards. So that's what I use. What I forgot to remind you guys of is, or tell you because you may not know, so I'm just going to put the camera up here for a sec. Stampin' Storage is the company that I bought all of these paper holders and my stamp punch holders from. Stampin' Storage. It's stamp and then the letter N storage. And they are having a sale this week, a really good sale. I'm looking at the wrong camera. And if you go to stamптherapist.com, there's a blog post I made right before the one yesterday with the gift card holders with a link to my link, which is an affiliate link where I will get a small commission, but you pay the exact same price if you shop there. This is a Calyx from IKEA shelf. It's a 5 by 5. You can't see all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the 5th one right there. But anyway, that's what I use. And they sell all kinds of other storage. I just don't need the other stuff they carry. And these come in white now. They did not come in white when I bought them, these shelves. This is a 12 by 12 one here, but they have so many different configurations and sizes and all that stuff. So there's a sale. And I know at least one of my customers is asking for Stampin' Storage for Christmas. So if you are asking for that for Christmas, or you're going to buy it for yourself as a Christmas gift, get it while it's on sale. So there's some incredible deals over there on Stampin' Storage. But if you would use my link, that would be awesome, because you'll pay the same, but I'll get a referral credit basically. And if you have any questions on that, let me know. I also meant to say there's gift cards available through me, so you can have your friends and gift buyers purchase gifts for you through me. Of course, they can buy gifts, but I have just gift cards that can be emailed, mailed, or they can pick them up. And yeah, so those are a couple of things I forgot to say. I think that was the main thing. Anyway, it just hit me when I don't know what I said that made me think of storage. But anyway, back to card number 2. We are, Linda says, love this paper and doing my best not to hoard it. Tell myself I must share it with others. Linda, totally agree. And I've learned, for me, there's no point in hoarding because first of all, we literally never use it. If we hoard it, we never use it. And B, if we do, by the time you're like, oh, I should really use this, it's out of style. Styles change. So definitely just use it. And of course, you can always buy more. That paper is retiring, but you can get it at least until it sells out. So Ramona says she likes the two-tone look of the designer paper. Yes. And Chris, late, will also watch beginning. Love the glimpse of the snowflake card. Yay. Okay, so on this one, my card base is Pool Party, 5.5 by 8.5. I'm just going to fold that in half, just like the first card. This will also be portrait. I think all 4 of these cards are portrait. They are. None are landscape today. Then the next layer is that designer paper I told you about. So it's Pool Party, or it's like a really light Pool Party with not a solid white background. It's almost, if you look really close, it almost has like very light Pool Party lines almost, but extremely subtle, or like a texture. And then it has these little images that definitely can look like leaves or petals, super abstract, kind of hand painted on in lights and darks. But for us, it just looks like, if you're in a mindset of looking at a snowflake card, it just kind of looks like dots and snow and stuff. So anyway, that's 4 by 5.25. Then I have a piece of, love it, our vellum. What do we call this? I think it's called Snowflake Vellum. Snowflake 12 by 12 specialty vellum. You definitely want this paper. If you don't have it yet, run and order it before it sells out. But I don't know if it will sell out. Of course, I know nothing. So every single design comes in iridescent and velvet, basically. So here's the dots I'm using in velvet. Here's the same exact pattern and dots in iridescent. Is that not gorgeous? Honestly, the reason I didn't use it on this card is because I don't have very much left. Then there are 2 different snowflake designs. This one, where they are more, they're really large, and they are, what's the word? They're uniform across. So it's rows, and then the next row kind of interlocks, but it's another row straight across, if that makes sense. It's really nice. Then, and that comes in the velvet as well. And then the other one is a bunch of snowflakes, but it mixes in smaller ones, and they're not in rows. You know, they're just like scattered all across. It's uniform, but they're scattered, and there's dots in between and stuff. Look at it. Look at it. So anyway, I think those are the only designs, but I have used this paper so much. So it's, I believe, 3 designs, and you get 2 of each because you get the velvet and the iridescent. Let me just triple check. I'm saying everything correct. This is on page, I always go to the back to find page numbers. Right here, page 40, as you can see all the accessories there. This one also, to me, is kind of hidden in the catalog. Because it's not bundled with Hope and Peace. It's just on the same page. So it's right here on the corner. It's going to be, it's $10. You get 6 sheets, 2 each of 3 designs. 6 sheets, 2 each of 3 designs. Iridescent and white flocking. It will be $8 December 1st, and then it will be while supplies last. But technically, everything in this book is while supplies last now. 2 items, no, 3 have sold out. the Glimmer 12 by 12, Lights Aglow designer paper, and the Witch hat have sold out. So technically, they don't guarantee stock of this stuff because it's seasonal. So anyway, I just love this paper. Okay, that is 3 3/4 by 5 inches. So it's going to go in front of the designer paper, but have a little border of designer paper. And then I have 2 pre-die cut images in basic white. The largest, like 3-inch stylish shapes circle. These dies are temporarily not orderable because of the sale we just had, but they're coming back. And then the large label from the snowflake dies. And then I have a scrap of basic white. So for this one, I want Pool Party ink and the large, the large snowflake, which I need to clean. And what grading? This one. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this thing. The chamois and clean that stamp off. And I am going to stamp. Let me do my grading first. So Pool Party ink. Tap, tap, tap. Don't press hard because you're going to get these edges. It's red rubber. Cut those off if they mess with you. I have a TikTok showing how I cut that off. Anyway, this greeting says, it's a season of magic and wonder. And the words magic and wonder are in a really gorgeous cursive font. And the and is an ampersand. It's the season of is above that in solid all caps. Same font as the Happy Christmas. Oh, I want to close that. Okay, and then on my circle, I'm going to stamp the large snowflake right in the center in Pool Party. And then on the scrap, I'm going to die cut out this snowflake. I keep going to the edges. I think it's because everything's so far away from me. You might have to turn that on an angle to fit it on there for your die cutting. So just be aware. Okay, so we'll die cut this one out. I'm just going to take it over to the machine. If you missed how to die cut, watch the first card. And let me grab these readers. And while I'm cutting this, I'll remind you, you have a chance to win these 3 cards I'm making by commenting on the video today or on replay in YouTube and Facebook. Oh my gosh, that's kind of terrible. I think we should do that again. So you have a chance to win the cards. And then if you share the video, comment again. Comment that you shared. So I'll enter you again. But you can get the whole class packet for free with your online order. So while I go put this out, hopefully better, we shall see. I'm going to put this on the screen so you can remember my special, but it says a free and there's nothing there. Where's my scissors? The free is the adhesive back sequins and gems. So that's for today only. That's a 1-day special. But you do have today's Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to earn the class gift. Different gifts each day. Please let this one be better. Let me go back here. Yes, that's better. It's not perfect, but we have to go with it. Okay. This is off. Okay, so let's put this one together. So remember, vellum, we don't want the adhesive to show, so we will treat that special. In a minute, I'm going to go ahead and attach my designer paper to my card base, which is Pool Party. Then I'm going to attach the die cut snowflake with dimensionals. I will use my minis, and I'm just doing 3 like a triangle, and that balances it out really well. But then I didn't have to use 4 because I'm cheap with my dimensionals. So you're going to turn the snowflake. Like, how did I do this? Just offset it is what I'm looking for. The word I'm looking for. Offset it when you place it on here. And then we will attach this with Stampin' Dimensionals to the vellum next. And actually the greeting will be dimensionals as well. I'm going to use 3 mini Stampin' Dimensionals on my greeting. By the way, the host code on the screen is the one for this class. I do have a different online ordering special if you prefer the snowman cards and the free designer paper. That's a different special. Just be aware. This is on my blog and it's been sent out multiple times. But if you have any questions, let me know. This is free with a different host code till the end of November. Okay, so on the vellum, using dimensionals, did not fill these off, for the greeting and the circle. And I want my snowflake, just want to space this good. That's good. I want my one of these popped up snowflake points to be pointing up. So I'm just turning it that way. And then try to center it, and it's in the top section, greeting in the bottom section. And now I can easily place adhesive where these images are on the vellum, and it will be hidden. And it will stick just fine, of course. I think it gives a little character to the card when these edges kind of pull up too on vellum. So anyway, I didn't say that on the first one, but that's what I think on that as well. Not really attached there. I mean, technically you can go in and add some adhesive where you have these images, I guess, but I don't think it needs it. Okay, to finish this one off, I actually have a pre-made bow because I don't know if Landa remembers this, but a while back, I think it was for a swap, I like accidentally made way too many white glittered organdy ribbon bows. Well, I've used them all now because I put the other ones that were left in the class packets I went and pre-cut. But any more that I have to cut, you won't get a pre-made bow. So the first 4 get a pre-made bow. Anyway, but it's just a bunny ear bow, which I make on pretty much every video. I made them yesterday, so you can check that out. And then I'm going to add a Coastal Cabana sequin to the center of the snowflake. So pretty. And then I'm going to add the bow with a mini glue dot. And it's going to go down here on the left corner, bottom left corner of the greeting. And there is card 2. So pretty. I love the velvet, although the iridescent is amazing as well. So, you know, got to have the vellum, Cindy. Got to get it before it sells out. Thank you, Facebook user. Yes, Marcia says love the vellum as well. Hey, Pam, good morning. Diane shared, thank you. Stella, thank you. Can't hardly wait to see how you use the iridescent vellum. It's on the next card. I should have pulled, and if y'all want me to at the end, and I remember, and you want to wait, I think the cards I made with this for that other class, I think they're on my display board. So I would need to walk around the room, bring the display board, and pull them off of it. But they're really good cards, so I could show those as well if I remember. Okay, last card has the iridescent vellum. So this one is a fresh freesia card base, 5.5, 8.5. Then we have a layer of basic, well, we have a piece of basic white, I believe is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Then a piece, I'll have to grab these measurements, I believe it's 2 by 5 3/8 of the white glitter, 2 by 5 3/8 from the red and white glimmer paper, 2 by 5 3/8. And then my iridescent snowflake vellum, which is the one that has the large and small ones, is 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. It's going to go on top of this glimmer paper. And in person, it's going to be stunning. And then last but not least, we have a circle, a basic white circle pre-die cut from Stitched Shapes. It's the 2.5-inch circle. And then we're going to layer that on the like 2 and 7/8 inch scalloped circle in Fresh Freesia from Layering Circles dies. So if you don't own Layering Circles, which most, if you've been with Stampin' Up! For a while, you most likely do. Look how old mine are. They say framelets. But if you don't, I'm getting scared these are going to retire only because they've been out so long, and they usually retire stuff like that and then bring back something different a few years later. Who knows? I know nothing. But they coordinate really well with the stitched or this pierced style of shape circles. So that's how I'm layering that. And also sometimes you just need these other sizes of circles, and sometimes you don't want the piercing. So anyway, just want to give a little shout out to Layering Circles dies. Okay, so this card, I'm assuming, yes, I need Fresh Freesia. I'm also going to heat emboss though on this one. So let me just get started here. Let me fold my card base in half. So this is actually going to be a Z fold, my favorite fancy fold. So we'll fold the card base in half and then fold the front back all the way to the left, again with the bone folder. Pushing, ooh, almost knocked the cards off the table. And then our glimmer paper and vellum will go on the left flap there, and this white will go on the inside, and then we'll have our circle image here. So, Marcia, OMG, I loved iridescent vellum. I know, right? It's so iridescent. Like sometimes it's subtle, not this time. Okay, so my stamping, I am going to stamp on the rectangle that goes inside and the white circle. So first I'm going to stamp in Fresh Freesia. My greeting is going to be my favorite one from the set. It says Joyful Wishes. It's cursive. Joyful is on top. Wishes is underneath. It's a larger, like it will not fit in those dies. The label dies from the stamp set. It's too big. But it's smaller than this circle image I'm stamping it in. Just right in the middle of the circle. And then I'm stamping this snowflake. It's like the smaller of the two mediums. It's just super cute, but it's more straight lines. And the snow dots. Those are going to go down here on the bottom right-hand corner of the inside white piece. So I'll put one in the corner, re-ink, one to the top right of that, and one to the bottom left of that, hanging off the edges. And then I'm going to fill in around them with the snow stamp stamped off. Then we're going to heat emboss on Joyful Wishes, or on that piece. So, get everything else out of the way. I've got, because I have a class right now where people, my card class, there's heat embossing involved. So they are using gold, but I was afraid if I took anything out of this tub that they will be checking out from me that I would forget to put it back in. So I left it all together and just added silver for me for today. Anyway, so that's why it's all like this, and I don't want to break it apart. So I have my heat tool. See, there's the stamp they'll be using. I have from my Embossing Editions toolkit, I have my embossing buddy, my paintbrush, and my Versamark pad. So you want to stamp in a really sticky ink for heat embossing. So Versamark is perfect for that. It says it's a watermark, which it does make a watermark when you stamp on a dark paper. And then you just leave it, and it's like dark purple, dark green, whatever. So it has multiple uses. There's other things you can do with it as well. But it also stays wet long enough for heat embossing. So first I'm going to rub my embossing buddy all over it to remove the static. Then I'm going to stamp in Versamart, and I'm going to use the smallest snowflake image. And so this is kind of, you can't really see it because you're stamping on white. You can't really see it. But I'm going to put a snowflake to the top left of the J, and then kind of over here to the right of the J. So 2 there, and then 1 below wishes on the right side, and then another one hopefully to the right of that, hanging off the edge a lot. And we just have to hope. Now I trimmed this after I made my sample for this class because I got an edge and I didn't notice it until I had already heated. So we shall see. Then I'm going to scoop it under this silver embossing powder. This is from our Metallics embossing powder collection. And then turn it upside down and thump. You do get an embossing tray with the toolkit, but my powder is already in these old plastic cases. If you do have any excess powder, you can brush it off with the brush. Put all these pieces back where they go. And then we're going to heat it. And this foil, this is a piece of cardboard covered in foil. And then clip to my heat tool is a clothespin. This foil thing protects your table from melting, heating, whatever. So let me plug in this heat tool. And you do have to use a heat tool. A blow dryer will not get hot enough. You can actually severely burn yourself with a heat tool. So that's how hot it gets. Sorry, I have to get to my cord here. My extension cord. Okay, so I'm going to turn this on and heat it. You can leave it down on the foil, which is nice. Actually, the foil gets hot, so then it heats even faster. But you can also pick it up. So see how it just changed? You can also hold it in the air, of course, so you can see better. Because as soon as it gets shiny and melted, you got to move on or you will overheat it and it will be ugly. But heat embossing is magical for us the creators. You literally see magic in front of your face. And then people who receive these cards from you are like, how did you make that? Like, how did you make it all shiny and metal looking? Always check after you heat emboss to make sure you didn't miss a spot. If it looks dull, not as shiny or grainy like salt and pepper, you need to reheat that one section. If you don't, it will dry, the ink will dry and the powder will come off and you'll have a hole in your image. So here we go. And then let's put this one together. Facebook user, thank you. I cannot claim that idea. She says, great idea with the aluminum backing. I assume it's a she. So Nikki Jones, a team member years ago, a friend of mine, she was involved in the group heavily for many years, and we used to do events together, me, her, and April. And anyway, she showed us that at one of our events we did together, and we were all like, oh, like, who would have known? And she told us how it brings the heat, you know, the foil heats up, so then it comes and just makes your projects go faster. What I'm looking for. So anyway, but yes, I agree. It's cool. And that is literally the original piece of foil on the original piece of cardboard that I created. That's why it has looks like it does. I've done more since then, but this was the first one. There's been no need to replace the foil. It's fine. But I have different size ones for different projects and stuff. Anyway. Okay, so I attached the circle to the scallop circle flat. I'm going to put I think this is supposed to, no, it's not. I'm going to place the piece, the white rectangle on the inside of the card. And then for this one, to hide the adhesive on the vellum, I know that when I put this together, actually, hold on. I can attach the white glimmer piece now to the front left flap. Okay, so I know when I put the adhesive on the vellum, let me say this properly. I know when I attach this circle, it's going to be right about there. I want it above these snowflakes on the right, so it's not quite centered top to bottom, but it is centered left to right. So I'm just going to sort of pick this up as a guide, this vellum and the circle, and that's where I will put my adhesive on the vellum. Now, I will say that I feel like this was the one that I made yesterday where when I pressed, I can't really see the adhesive. I guess it's something about the glimmer paper. So you might be fine to put it everywhere. But of course, I always have that fear. The second I do, you'll see a big line of adhesive. So I didn't, but you probably could. Okay, then we're going to attach this circle. So we want adhesive only on the back left half. And I always use mini dimensionals for this type of project. And so what I do is I flip the project upside down, top to bottom, so that I have a visual of where these dimensionals or adhesive need to be so that they're only on the left half. And then I'll add more. I'm just using 5 dimensionals. And I can place that, and then we'll just add some sequins, and we'll be finished with card number 3. So these are the ones you can win possibly today. See no adhesive there. So it opens like that, stands up. It's really cool. These will be the cards you can win today, and it's the class packet you can get free this week. Okay, so on this one, I do want to add 3 fresh freesia sequins. Whoopsie. On the top left on that white section. Just balances the card out. That original. Different sections of the paper, of course, because that's what happens when you cut it up. Oh, Linda, no problem. You can catch replay anytime. Happy Thanksgiving, Margie, by the way. Thank you, Margie. Eleanor says this is her favorite. Awesome. Last one is the best. Ordering at lunch today. Woohoo! Thank you. If you need any help, let me know. I will be gone today for a few hours. Just FYI, if anybody's texting or emailing me in general, I'll be gone, like driving, so I won't be able to get to my phone. Okay, so let me show you all the 4th card. I love how it turned out. It just literally was the 4th one I designed, and I was in a rush, as y'all know, as I mentioned yesterday. So it didn't make the cut to be made on camera. But I think it's really elegant. We have some glimmer paper there, the white glimmer. We have the piece I showed you at the very beginning with the smoky slate that's going to be die cut for you. You can just pop these little snowflake pieces out with your hand. You will have to tie this bow because they're not pre-made. And this one says, sending you all the best this new year. So everything's stamped in smoky slate. It's basically a piece of white 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 on top of a white card base. But on that white, we stamped that same snowflake as the last card in smoky slate as a background. And I purposely didn't super cover it. Like I was trying to go top left to bottom right. I didn't do a great job, but I think it turned out great. It's fine. But first, the first thing I did was stamp the greeting in the bottom right, sending you all the best this new year, which you can put any greeting there. Obviously, you can change greetings on all of your stuff. And then that square is just centered left to right and up toward the top a little bit. So hope you like that. That is the class packet that's free this week. Cut, die cut, punched, embossed. You stamp and assemble. Of course, a cool thing about this one is you could substitute snowflakes. So even if you don't own those stamps, although I think they're gorgeous and the fonts, but you could substitute. And I would have customers for sure who would not even make a snowflake cards with these, and they would look gorgeous. So you can always substitute anything. So any questions, let me know. If your order is 50 or more today, you get also the free adhesive back sequins and gems. I'm hoping to mail these packets and gifts next week. I'm not putting a date on it because y'all know I'm crazy. And next week we'll be prepping for my team party, but actually that should be fine. I should be able to get these in the mail, no problem. But anyway, any questions, let me know. Thank you, Margie. Thanks, Eleanor. Facebook user, love the colors. Oh, let me go grab these other cards real quick. If I can quickly find them. I'm going across the room. I have 20 display boards over here. Oh, and they got put back backwards. Hold on. My husband helped me unload from my clubs this month. Oh, maybe they're not on here. Unless they're on this big one. I think I can't find them. No, so I don't know where those cards are. Oh, please, where are you? Oh, wait, here we go. Maybe. I found one, but it's not for my class. Oh, well. I don't want to waste any more of y'all's time, but I'll show this one card that was on a board. I think I made this for a tutorial swap I did. I heat embossed Joyful Wishes in silver, stamped some snowflakes in balmy blue, and then used those gems that come with the Adhesive X Sequins and gems. Anyway, that's just a bonus idea, but I don't know where those card class samples are. Maybe I can find them and show them on tomorrow's video since I'm doing a series this week. Okay. Barbara in Connecticut. Hello. Marcia will watch replay. Awesome. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Barbara. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody, by the way. Hopefully, by the way, don't forget to join me back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central. Hey, Cindy. Thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving, Sherry. Thanks, Dana. Thank you, Ramona. Have the vellum, and we'll be making these cards. Love it. Here's your bonus idea, Ramona. Thank you, Mary. This is probably my favorite one today. Beautiful. Enjoyed all your cards. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Marcia. Love the gray one, Mary. I do too. I was like that. And by the way, side note, I wanted to use silver foil here, but I did not have enough. So always I go to smoky slate when I can't use silver foil for some reason, like I don't have enough, or it's for a class, and I don't have enough, or whatever. Thanks, Facebook user. Thanks, Diane. Non-traditional colors with a snow theme. Thank you, Janet. Love it. Thanks, Linda and Kylie. Landa, thank you. Hey, Linda. No problem. Joyful Wishes is Jean's favorite. It's just so sparkly. All right, everybody have a great Thanksgiving, although hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, so I'll tell you that on Wednesday as well. Have a great day. I'm going to get busy. Lots of work to do today. I have not made the blog post for this, by the way, yet, but I am intending to make a blog post and, you know, all my usual stuff. And I think I did schedule my email to go out already with the recap from this video, though, with the ordering special and stuff. So have a great day. I will see y'all later. Bye.